Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Oh, now I'm audible on Facebook. I'm audible on YouTube. I think I was muted. I didn't even realize myself. Matthew, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I realized that I was muted. So everything I said on Zoom, people didn't hear me, and on YouTube. But I'm pleased that you can hear me. I'm just going to repeat very quickly for the sake of people on YouTube. Yeah, I apologize. It's a new system for me to go on YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. I've never been there. Oh, now I'm audible on. Yes, I can see that now. Audible on YouTube. I think. Okay, now it's working properly. Excellent. So let me proceed and do what is necessary. Excellent. So yeah, always you're learning new things. Bear with me. We're learning new things. Yeah. Excellent. Can you hear me, Matthews?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So it's good to see, and I can see that is Sylvester. Sylvester look like from Zambia. Hello, Sylvester. How are you?
I'm fine, Doc. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. I was muted all this time on YouTube. It's my first time to do YouTube live. I'm live on Facebook. Facebook, they are enjoying very well. And I think I've got a comment over there. What does it say? Yes, Kaoma twice watching. Hello, Kaoma, they are over. I think you're in Zambia as well. Okay, now, so the first part, I'm going to just do a short teaching. And those people who are with me on YouTube and Zoom, you will talk as well, because part of the session is for you to actually speak about your business and your journey and how you would like people to work with you and just some sort of experiences that you've had. Fantastic. Today, let me introduce this program by simply making a few announcements. We have Westminster Open College. You can see on my right, this banner, and on the left, it is Amakaya Wing. These are partner businesses. Amakaya Wing is a networking platform where businesses come together to exchange ideas and knowledge. And it's a matchmaking platform. 14, 15 years now. We are forming the foundation. We are on the 250-year journey program. So 250, take away 15 years. It is 5, 3. So we are remaining 235 years more to complete the foundation, because this is a legacy thing. So in this phase now, we have begun to build young people. They're going to build on our shoulders. Watch this space. So welcome to this. If you want to learn more about Amakaya Wing, go to the website which I announced. For the sake of people on the YouTube, I was muted. I'll repeat. Amakaya Wing is a networking platform, and the website is www.amakayawingi.org. I don't know how to type in there yet, but next week I'll work it out. So just Google Amakaya Wing, you'll find us over there. The Western Military Open College, which is right on my right here, it's a formal training ground where if you want formal professional education, we do a very good job because of the testimonies of people. That's the feedback we have. Thank you very much, those people on Facebook. We do a fantastic job because people progress business-wise, other areas, etc. We run a number of courses, which I can tell you, entrepreneurship is there, health and social care is there, We do what we call, can I look very quickly? Yes, I can look. We do what we call languages. We also support young people in school on what we call private tuition. And also we do assessor qualifications, very important. If you want to be an assessor, if you want to be a trainer or a teacher, we provide those courses globally. We're not limited. The people who have joined me here, some are in Nigeria, some are in Ghana, some are in Zambia. Look at that. And I can see other people there on Facebook. So we are leveraging the internet system. Good news, Zoom has come as a big thing for many people now, but we've been using Zoom since 2013, over 6 years now, the 7th year this October. But now we have improved it even more because we have seen so many good tools. So you can sign up and learn. Fantastic. And then we are looking at the fundamentals of business. Let me just very quickly go through some of the fundamentals of businesses. One of the things that many people who are in business think a business is simply selling and buying, which I do agree. Is you sell, somebody buys from you. You sell, somebody buys from you. Some people wake up with an inspiration in their heart. I want to just set up a business. I just feel in my heart I can make this work. But you see, there for me, I say, you're an entrepreneur. You've been inspired. Maybe that idea has come because of the observations you've been making over time. It built up in your system. And because of it, you realize that actually something can come out of this to help people. But the key point is that for me as a believer, you've been given an inspiration from heaven for the sake of other people. You see? Because there's a problem in the community. That's the first fundamental you must have in business. Is my business solving a problem? And I want to lead you very quickly on Amazon. And I recommend for all my students on the entrepreneurship at WMOC, you must get this copy of the book. It's called An Effective Entrepreneur. I wrote this, when did I write this one? This version, let me have a look. I wrote this in 2019, edition 1. I've done the second edition this year, which has got strategy in it. There's a chapter on strategy. So when you get this book, it talks about an entrepreneur as a problem solver. It's got two formats. There's Kindle version, which means you can download on your laptop. Let me show Facebook people here. You can download it on your iPad, or you can get a print. I like prints. When I hold a book like this, oh man, I just feel good. It's good to have an iPad, you see, but I like you people to have a hard copy because I like writing over. The goodness with the Kindle one as well, we can highlight digitally. This book talks about who is an entrepreneur. This is a starting point. If you went out there to chase after money in business, probably you come out very disappointed. In the first year, you come out very disappointed because you wouldn't have made any money. An entrepreneur launches out because there is a problem to solve. You are a problem solver. If you launch a business in the community where people are coming to eat food from you, the problem you are solving is a problem of hunger. If there's a place in an industrial area where people work and there's no canteen, you realize that actually these guys, they take buckets of food from home, their wives have to cook or themselves have to cook every morning to take food. You set up a canteen there because there's a problem of lunch. People want to go to work cool, not carrying too much. So you set up a canteen to sell food to the people who are working. That is the problem you're solving. We discussed that so much. So go to Amazon and have a look at that. So the first fundamental is your problem, is your business a problem solver?
Money business.
And if your problem is, if your business is a problem solver, you're gonna make money. Why? Because these people will come to you and buy off you. Perfect. That's the first one. The second fundamental is your realization. You see, the mindset. Have this in you, the mindset. How do you think? Are you a beggar-oriented person? or your mindset is that you're a supplier. I did a program a long time ago, which I targeted to the footballers and young people. And I called it From Begging to Supply. I even did a DVD many, many years ago. I was pretty young at that time. And I presented this to many footballers. And I did one to some of the Zambian teams at the football house. When you are in the street, now you have an idea that is solving a problem for the community, and you're sure this is got a market. Now your thinking comes in, because at one point in time, that idea you've got will find difficulties. Your business will find difficulties to move forward. What's going to make a difference is the way you think. And to this effect, I remember many years ago, I think I wrote this. Let me have a look at this book. This was one of my first or second books. It's edition 1. There's 2 parts to this book. It's called Every Zambian is a Millionaire. It has changed covers over time. The latest cover is cool. It's very different from this one. I like this one because I look original with the mustache there. But so this book is called Every Zambian is a Millionaire. And there's a series that is coming, is covering Africa. This is a thinking. Many people, when they go into business, already they're beginning to look for somebody who can help them. But you see, the very fact that you had an idea, you are a supplier, your thinking must be such that you are a millionaire, a wealthy person already. If I took everything away from you and I leave you with your good mindset, I can put you in the Sahara Desert. Next morning or a few years later, you start selling water to the United Kingdom because your thinking is a thinking of supplier, which is why in this book, Every Zambian is a Millionaire, which is also on Amazon, I challenged people. It says, let me just read you. Every Zambian is a Millionaire is a motivation series directed to the people of Zambia, Zambians living in the diaspora and Zambians living in the mainland. This book is also applicable to every African living in the diaspora or in their mainland. Now, why did I say that every Zambian is a millionaire? Because I come from Zambia. I want to challenge the Zambians. How do you think about yourself? When you see somebody, do you always think you are the one to beg from them? Or you want to trade ideas for investment at equal par with good understanding? You must always think positively. You are a supplier. That's the business fundamental number 2. I call it the mindset. Good thinking. Once you go through that mindset, the third fundamental I'd like to propagate, there are so many others. These are things I just want to help people with, is strategy. Oh no, I've got a barber shop, you know. I've got a salon, and I've got so many customers coming in. And they have to wait for so many hours because hair salon, I don't know if anybody's in the hair salon, when you're plaiting somebody's hair, unlike barbershop as well, it takes half an hour to complete somebody's hair. So there's a waiting time. So people wait for a long time. They're yawning in your barbershop. Oh, yeah, yawning. You're just on this one person, and you're the only one. You're counting heads. 10 pounds, 10 pounds. There are 10 of them, 100 pounds. Oh, I'm going to do this in 2 hours, etc. You see, let me, before I come to the actual strategy, and another one is a hair salon. You're plaiting hair. Ladies' hair takes 4 hours to plait. Sometimes I do see certain styles. You're there, the only one, there's a queue. Come back next week or come back tomorrow. So you've got a queue of so many people who are going to come back after tomorrow. Some people will come back because they just trust you that you're going to hold their head nicely and they'll look good. But you see, as a businessman or woman, before I conclude, let me add another business. For example, you're in animal husbandry. You're looking after animals, they are growing nicely, etc. You keep tending them, etc., etc. But you see, you realize that the land where you're keeping this is small, but you just want to be the you. the one that has got animals alone, so that everybody in the land will be pointing at you, ah, big man or big woman. So you find that while others in other cultures, other areas, they are expanding just like that, you are stagnant for so many, many years. Then you wonder. We are talking about strategy. I recommend this book. I didn't write this book. It is Strategy. It's one of the Harvard Business Reviews. There are 10 of these books. They are called must read. I've got all of them, which is why reading has helped me a lot, just to help people listening to me. By God's grace, I've literally, what can I say with humility? What can I say with humility? I've worked smart. You understand it? Because I've used some of these strategies. Very smart. Cash flow comes in. I manage it nicely. I've had time enough for my family. We go places, we do things together, because I've implemented some ideas I've read in books, strategy. I've retained customers. We began one of our first schools many years ago in England, 1998. I launched up what we called Tutorial 2000. Whoever joined that school never left. They grew up and they came to work with us, for us. They have their children, they send their children to our school. Westminster Open College we have is a family business, not my own family, families of people that follow us. The average retention is 10 years. Once you join us, you never go nowhere. Why? Because of strategy. We retain. We can project the cash flow or the customer base because we use certain strategies. How are you going to grow your business? So number one, find a good idea that is solving a problem in the community. Observe very carefully. Business is not about feelings. If you feel this is nice, you'll be the only customer. It's a hobby. It's about you. Business is not about you. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm learning, just go to a button somewhere on the right. I think it's on the right or left. Just say, press click, subscribe. Those people on Facebook, you're already subscribed naturally because Facebook works differently. Just keep it up. But I would love you to join the YouTube channel as well, because there's a lot of education programs we'll be running through there. So number one, business is not about feelings. Many people say, oh, go into business and do what you like doing. No, 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 no. You can't go and do what you like doing. What if you like swimming? I'm going to I'm swimming. This is what I like doing. Come on now. Is that producing you anything? Is that giving you money? No. Go into business to add value to people's lives by solving a problem, and that's going to give you money. Come on now, let's go back to Zoom. How many people knew about Zoom a few years ago? Not many. But now you see Zoom, the parliaments are using Zoom, churches are using Zoom, because Zoom is solving a good problem. And I guarantee you, if you look at the curve of their income, it just shot because of the COVID. So that's number one. Number two, it is the mindset. Think as a supplier. You are an originator. Think as a supplier. Don't think as a beggar. Whether you have money in your pocket or not, don't think that you're a beggar. The moment you think like that, the Bible says, a man, the way a man thinks, so is he. If you think like a beggar, oh, you always be seeing where to beg. If you think like a supplier, the actual supply will come in you to supply other people. If you understand that, the mind is powerful. So think properly. You're a problem solver. In particular, you young people, you must have a different mindset, which is when we come to our institutions, we teach people how to think productively. You are problem solvers in your nations, in your countries. Okay, so the next one is strategy, how you do it. If you're running a barber shop, why don't you get somebody, be in pairs, split the money. It's better you split the money, half-half, to retain customers. You get a point? Rather than you keep chasing customers or to come next day. No, give somebody. Like that, you're going to multiply. Equal to a salon, equal to animal husbandry. rent farms, rent places, leverage other people's properties. So strategy is very important. I'll leave it here for today. It's an introduction of what is to come. And I want people to be excited about this channel. I want us to reach 100,000 subscribers. At the moment, it's a new one. We only got 7. There's only 7 subscribers, 7 or 38. I saw 38 or 7. I don't know which one is it, but I think it's 7 on this education channel and 38 on the other one. So I want us to hit 100,000 because we want to empower people with the right knowledge. So we'll be looking at leveraging your presence in your own country. So in business, I want people to realize that you go there to solve a problem. Fantastic. I'm going to end here, and I'm going to give a chance to those on Zoom to just talk about themselves and what they do. So I have Matthew here. If you don't have much to say, I'm going to ask you questions. I'll have to put this on speaker so that people on Facebook can hear it. Let's try this. Okay, hello, Matthew. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you indeed. Yes, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you too?
I'm fantastic. Welcome, welcome to this program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of this program and to learn from you.
Excellent.
It's a real blessing.
It's me who's humbled that you are able to attend. Tell me, which country are you in for the sake of people on Facebook?
I'm in Ghana right now.
Oh, fantastic. Ghana, that is called the Gold Coast.
Yes, 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 yes. Land full of gold.
Tell
But
me
we
about
are poor anyway. We have gold, but
he's saying that he has gold, they have gold, but they are poor. No, before we move on, you have to explain to me that statement. You are in Ghana and you have gold, but you are poor. Can you explain that statement, please, so we can learn from it?
I think sadly, all African countries are almost the same. We are endowed with a lot of natural resources, but you see the people suffering because we are unable to unearth these resources and use it to develop our communities and ourselves. So that is the sad truth here in Ghana. Ghana, just like any other African country, is endowed with a lot of natural resources, but the people are suffering.
So in the light of entrepreneurship, what do you think should be done? What do you think what do you think people should do? Tell me.
I think we need great entrepreneurs. We need people with business minds who can be able to tap these resources and turn them into big business ventures that can become multi-millionaire companies that will help develop the country and the communities and the people as a whole. So we need great minds. Africa and Ghana right now need great minds, people with great mentality.
So educate me on, because you're in the gold coast, you understand probably how the gold business industry works like. What about commissioning? How can an ordinary person like yourself on the ground there in Ghana, how can an ordinary person like yourself enter into that industry? What sort of level of investment are you looking at? What's the process? Just educate me. Do you have an idea of what happens?
To be honest, my knowledge in relation to this gold exploration is very limited because I haven't taken the pain to research into it. But I think as an ordinary Ghanaian to get in there, it will be really difficult because Africa or Ghana, if I should say, it's all about whom you know. And most of these things are either whom you know or they are politically motivated. If you don't know a big politician who will push you in there, or if you don't know somebody in there, I think it's mostly difficult to get in. So it's an area that is just limited to only a few people who are just enjoying the worth of it.
Does it not come to knowledge? Understand that they are artisanal miners. Artisanal miners, do you know about that?
Say that again.
Artisanal miners or small miners.
Small miners, yes, yes, we have them. The popular name we give to them is galamsey. Those who go in there and try to also find one or two gold here and there. They are not well licensed to operate. But I think if you are a business person and you want to get involved in the gold mining, you will need capital. With the right capital and with the right strategy, I think you can get involved.
Yes, you've mentioned strategy. I think the point you have raised in terms of Africa, the landscape of Africa and what happens to many African nations is very important. So it seems like the locals, although systems are in place, minerals are in place, the locals, they don't tend to go to that bigger realm to do trade in that industry. They are always at the bottom, maybe service providers to the miners who have come from outside, the multinational,
Exactly.
they set up there. Now,
Exactly.
here is my challenge to you. By next week, would you come back with some research on how anybody can step into this industry in the Gold Coast, even from yourself? Because now the world is become slightly smaller in the sense that there is technology. You are in Ghana, I'm in England, and other people are in other countries there. I can read on the Facebook there. So this in itself is information sharing. Don't you think you on the ground there, you can leverage your presence with us who are in the diaspora and many other people who have access to big finances, that we enter into the industry as a team? You see, one thing I've realized is in our communities, in particular the African communities, we have done a very good job so far. There's more unity at business level than it was before. So we are progressing. There is power in many people coming together with different skills. Some of them will come with skills, some of them will come with the actual money. So we want to bring people with skills and the actual money to invest, because if you just come with skills without money, you're going nowhere.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah, so I would like you to do a research on how to come and invest in the gold industry in Ghana. Then we explore that at a very bigger level in the next program.
Okay, all right.
So now, I dragged you into the gold discussion. Because gold is powerful, you know. So once you have gold, it's a mineral that is doesn't depreciate. Unfortunately, the currencies are no longer pegged to gold as it were in those days. So
it's a powerful mineral, to be honest.
It is. Let's get back to the on track and talk about what is your area of industry yourself?
Say that again.
What is your area of industry?
Education more.
Oh, yeah, an educator like myself.
Yeah.
So what sort of subject areas have you got?
Say that again. I think the line is
subject area.
Subject area. You asked.
Yes.
Marketing, entrepreneurship. That is my main area.
Oh, marketing. We're gonna be working together. You are the people I want. One of the programs we're gonna be looking at is how to draw a marketing plan and reach your customers. Yes. So,
all right.
I'd like you to talk about the marketing itself. Let me ask you this question on because to increase your customer base, you got to go out there. And one of the difficulties many businesses face is to actually increase their sales by having more customers. What would you advise a business that is they have reached like almost a stagnation level? They have 100 customers. They've made 100 for over 4 years. They don't seem to. What should anybody do in that situation, or in general? How should somebody approach marketing?
I think this is a big question, and if I was informed earlier, I would have done a little bit of research into it. But the little I can say for now is, you see, maintaining old customers is very important for any business to grow, and getting new customers is even more important. So my advice would be that as a business, you need to adopt a strategy that will help you maintain your old customers, and a strategy that also help you to get new customers almost on a daily or a weekly basis. Is very important for the survival of the business. So I think getting customers and retaining them is very good, is the best, if I should say.
So maintaining, you say,
Yes.
maintaining them is the best.
Getting and maintaining, the two work hand in hand.
Okay.
If you get customers today and you are not able to maintain them, and the next day you lose all of them, then the business is not progressing. But if you're able to get a business and customers, sorry, and you're able to maintain the old customers and get new customers in addition, then the business is growing.
So if you're able to maintain those ones you had and also get new ones, the business is growing.
Yes, yes.
How does quality come in there in order for you to get more customers? And how does quality play? Does it play a role?
Clearly, quality plays a very important role, because these days there's so much competition in whatever business you think of doing. Whatever business that anybody plans to do, some other person is doing a similar thing, if not the same thing. So your services, the quality of what you have to offer is very key in getting customers and even maintaining them in the first place. So quality is very
and also key. Now, when you look at quality, does that also go into the customer relations and the customer care?
Clearly, yes, 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 very clearly. Customers relation, customer care, all that is involved.
I went to a shop one day, and I entered there. I found the shop owner. The shop owner could barely look at me, you know. He said, "Hello, how are you? Hi, how are you?" And I walked out of that shop feeling very, very low. It's a shop. It's a shop. I think what I expected was, "Oh, hello, how are you? Hi, how are you?" But it was very, very cold. So I said, "Oh," I felt really bad, you see. And I see this in a number of shops. And I realized that I think customer relations, customer care is important. But the question is, how do you distinguish between your own bad feelings of that day you woke up from home, so much has happened, but you go and open a shop, customers are coming in. How do you manage your emotions to just put aside and put up a nice face because of the customer? Tell me from your point of view.
Yeah, I think sometimes this can be really difficult for business owners, where you have to prepare, put your best foot forward, even when you are not in the right state of mind. But as a businessman, you need to, I always say, as a businessman is an actor, you need to be able to act. You need to be able to present yourself good before your customers. Whether you're having a bad day or a good day, you don't vent your frustration on your customers because you're having a bad day. Probably because you had a fight with your wife, you come and open the shop, somebody is there to buy, and you are being mean towards the person. That person will go and not come back again.
That's
so as
right.
a business person, you always want to put your best foot forward, regardless of your personal circumstances. So I think every business person should be able to differentiate between personal issues and business issues.
Yes.
If you're able to do that, then the business will grow.
Fantastic. Let me just plug some nuggets out of that. This also comes into many sole traders. I'll amplify that point which Matthew has talked about. Here is your bank account, personal bank account, or if YouTube people can see, let me just raise my hand. Here is your personal bank account, and here's a business bank account. You are a sole trader. So when you sell, which one is that? Personal? Personal is on the right, business is on the left. When you sell and collect cash, you must distinguish between your personal bank account and your business bank account. You must be able to distinguish which account should the money go first, knowing that you have to pay yourself? The very first thing that should happen, it must go into your business account before you pay yourself. Because the business and you are two different entities. I'll come back to the emotions. They are two different entities. So the business cash flow will be measured by how much you put into the bank. There will be a day when you have to submit your returns to the inland revenue, and there'll be a day when you'd want to have a loan from the bank. What they'll look at is the money in the bank, the money you put in the bank. So when you put the money in the bank first, then you write your own withdrawal note, you take your money out, which belongs to you as your wage. It must first be reflected in the bank account, then you write a note to yourself and take out that money, which belongs for your use. So now there's a net amount, some money remains there. But if you do it the other way around, your business does not exist. In other ways, you are stealing from your own business.
That's a big one.
Yes. Take yourself to the police. He says, I've come. Say, why? I've stolen from my business. So distinguish between your personal account and the business account. When cash comes in, put it into the business account. Then on Friday, write yourself a withdrawal note, take out the wage that belongs to you. Your business is health. Equally with moods, emotions, tantrums. If something has happened in your social life, when you go to your company, when you go to your shop, act. I like what you said, Matthew. Be an actor. A business person is an actor. An entrepreneur is an actor. You are in this field to serve a customer who has no idea of what you went through. So because you want to make this business work. If you mix your life with business, you're going to crash the business. That's a very important point you raised. So customer care has nothing to do with your mood. Go in the mirror. If this is your mirror, okay, if this is your mirror, say, oh, today you're not feeling as great. Speak to yourself. Feel great for the sake of customers. Come on, John, let me raise. that was my, yeah, that was my mirror. So feel great for your customers. I thought I covered my face. Feel great for your customers, John. Today is a great day. Crank yourself up. Go there and serve people. Then you begin to release even positive energy in your business, and people would like to come and buy from you. That's about customer care. I've got about 10 minutes before we leave. Now I'm going to talk about something more here. Don't go away, Matthew. I like the discussion.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So I just want to talk about something very important before we go. 1st of October is a special announcement. 1st of October, a professional university, open learning university, virtual university is opening. So watch this space. We are opening this university for those people who want to develop themselves professionally. They desire higher level degrees, masters and PhDs. This is not for the job. This is not for the job market. This is for you to develop your own system where you can make your own money, run your own business at a very successful level, high level education is coming. However, we've also got a link, it's a department where we develop people who never went and had the entry requirements to go to a state university, what we call the job market state university. Universities were designed for the labor market. So is schools, which is why the curriculum is what it is. They were designed for the labor market. People had to work, and which is very good, because even you, as an entrepreneur, when you set up a business, you are going to need people who can work for you. So do not discount people who have jobs. I love it. I love people who have jobs. I call JOB just on business services. just on business services, jobs just on business services, meaning you are rendering your skill to that company and they're giving you money back in exchange for your skills. And your contract is such that you dedicate hours to them and they pay you. That's fantastic. Now, there's another level above that, those who want to initiate their own business and plant it there. Many of them may not even have a qualification in the area where they want to solve that problem. That is why they will look for people who are qualified to run it. For example, you've got an idea to set up a health practice in this area. Health industry, the health industry is highly regulated. If you're not a medical doctor, if you're not a nurse, you cannot practice in there. But you have an idea that you want to set up a hospital, a private hospital, you can set it up as an entrepreneur. Then you're going to employ qualified nurses, qualified medical staff, qualified at every level. Those come from state schools, state universities who design systems such that we can have labor from these areas in any discipline. So we do not discount anybody. So whichever level you are at there, you are welcome. But this university, Lukomona John University, is for those people who want to initiate entrepreneurial businesses, launch it and run it at a very effective level where they can replicate these systems worldwide. How do we explain somebody like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, with the history of that man? How do you explain Sainsbury? How do you explain Marks and Spencer and many other big companies that you know today? How did they grow? So we will teach strategies like that in that university. It's coming. Watch this space. Thank you very much on that. Let me also make another announcement that next week, same time, about 7 o'clock, 7 p.m., which is UK time. In your time, wherever you are in the world, look at the difference of times. In the UK, we always push our clock back. And I think the winter, the summer is already gone. So very soon we'll be tuning our time. It's the only place in the world where we change time. So watch it. When we announce the time, look at your time zone and change it properly. And I've got some friends over in West Africa. They always come 1 hour late because they thought the time which was announced was their time, but actually we announced the UK time. We will always say in brackets UK time so that you can adjust. Next week, same time, and the number you're going to be using is 840-7538-7265 for Zoom, so that you can come in like Matthew and I saw Sylvester from Zambia entered today. They're speaking live via Zoom. So if you want to speak live via Zoom, the number you'd need, write it down. If you're on Facebook, the number you need is 840-7538-7265. This is going to be awesome. And I want you and I to work together. Let's get our YouTube channel 100,000 subscribers so that we can help people develop their business ideas, help people be linked to financiers. One of the topics we'll be looking at next week will be, I think I've done 3 fundamentals. Yes, will be also the finances. I won't talk about this one today. I'll talk about it next week, the finances. Remind me if I forget the finances. This is one of the fundamentals. And then we're going to be going up and up. And I'll be inviting an accountant. I've talked to him already. Oh, he's excited. Accountants know a lot more than just writing books for us, you know. These guys, they are loaded. And I was speaking to one of them. Actually, I was on a course. I'm on a 7-day course. I'm in my 3rd day. The stuff they were telling me there. And I said, wow, this is amazing. Simple stuff that we overlook in business, but actually they make a whole lot of difference to your cash flow. Who doesn't want cash in their business? Oh man, this is good. And then the week after, we'll also look at how do you leverage the state aid funding in your business during the COVID period. This is what we are calling the new normal. These things you must know. You can, as a business person, you can't be doing firefighting. What is firefighting? You don't plan nothing. You have no strategy. When things happen, then that's when you say, oh, let me do it. Let me jump in. Let me do this. No. You got to have a system. First, in the few weeks, in the first few sessions, we're going to be looking at the fundamentals. I've talked about, number one, your business must be solving a problem for people in the community. Then you have a market. You have a market, which is why the food industry, I want to go into the food industry, I'm going to be setting up a shop somewhere. I just like when I go to shops, people are just coming in. I say, wow, this is cash flow, man. You go to the supermarket, I say, those are businesses, I'm telling you. But you go to learn its own fundamentals. Every business has got fundamentals. You can go into that business, you see cash in your hands, but actually, it's not your money. Nothing good is happening, although the money is there, but I want to learn the food industry and begin to sell. So, are you solving a problem? The next one we talked about is your mindset, the way you think. When you go to a place, think, are you a beggar or are you a supplier? Thank you very much, Facebook. People loving it. Are you a supplier? I would rather you think that you're a supplier. You are a supplier, a channel of solution. That's what's going to attract people to come and buy from you. I've given an example in our education business. Since 1998 to the present time, people stay with us because we solve a problem for them. And our strategy is so good that once you come in, you find it very difficult to leave. Fantastic. So that brings us to the next point. Strategy is, how do you do the thing you do? Come on, what systems are you going to put in place to make competition irrelevant? This is where we talk about the blue ocean strategies. Here's the red ocean, everybody's in this place, but you create a system whereby competition is irrelevant. I like giving examples of hotels. Have you seen hotels? You have a Holiday Inn here, then you have there's a Holiday Inn, village hotel. They build in the same area, just barely 1 meter away from each other. I said, these are hotels. Are they not competitors? It's an industry. You've got to study and understand how do you make competition irrelevant. Your competitor becomes your strength. So it's not every competitor you should run away from. Oh, I'm seeing, where are you running? I'm running because this thing is shaking. What's shaking? Take it easy. It's a blessing in disguise, okay? So then next week, I'm going to be talking about with you finances. And it's going to go on and on like that. And Matthew, do come back and join us. Let's continue discussing. And I want you to come back with the information on gold. I want to invest in gold, the real one, not the one I put in the stock market. I want the real one. Okay. So with this, and I would like to invite you to Amazon, this book. If you haven't bought this book, which is an effective entrepreneur, it's very good. Simply written like a novel. It's beautiful. And also go and dig out the series on every Zambian is a millionaire. Whether you come from Ghana, you come from Nigeria, Tanzania, Togo, Cameroon, Egypt, Eritrea, Seychelles, everywhere, or Australia, it doesn't matter. The concept is still the same. Here we talk about a lot of beautiful things here, and especially those people who live in the diaspora. You've been sending money to people out there and they just eat your money because you do not have a vision yourself. You just power money in people's hands. Read Every Zambian is a Millionaire. It's part 1 and part 2. There's several other series of books I've written. They are all on Amazon. And I also recommend go and find this book, HBR's 10 must-read books on strategy. There are others on leadership, managing yourself, etc. But I would like you to read, first of all, strategy. You learn a lot. And before you go, if you are a business-minded person and you have not signed up on the entrepreneurship course, please do so. The Westminster Open College offers this one. We already exceeded 100 entrepreneurs we wanted to train. We are going over into towards the 200. Don't miss out. we are doing a fantastic job according to people's feedbacks. We're not just doing theoretical, practical. Oh, this is good, man. I like it. And I'm so delighted that young people have come on board big time. These young people, watch them. They are thinking so different now. So join up. And if you need consultation, we run a consultancy in Amakaya Wing. You just go to the Amakaya Wing website, get the email address, inbox me. Believe me, knowledge makes a difference. There are so many things I have to change in my own life. The way I manage cash, the way I manage my assets is very different. And I'll talk more about this next week when I focus on finances. How do you unlock money which is already in your pockets? And if you're looking for a cash machine, WMOC is a place. I've got one. Do you have? So thank you very much for watching this program on the education portal. Today is your future. And we're going to be talking more and more and more together. Come with your business idea. Come and tell us how people could work with you. This is a free environment. Thank you very much. I am yours, Dr. John Lukomona, and I'll see you soon on YouTube and Facebook. On YouTube, subscribe. I think it's going to be on your right or your left. Wherever you see it, subscribe. I want us to reach 100,000 subscribers. Let's help ourselves and people to climb and fly high in business. Signing off, but still present with you, this is Dr. John Lukomona. Ciao.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thanks so much for educating us. Hope to see you next week.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Bless you.
All right.
Bye-bye now.